name is Ruckus. 910-8. How is everybody doing? Good, I hope. I've got two things right off the bat. I just got off the phone with Dawn. Well, first of all, I contacted John Branson, the detective, the lead detective on this case, earlier today, and spoke with him a little bit. He didn't sound mad, but he was kind of short with me, so I let him know that I understood. You know, I was a retired deputy, so I know it's an open case and all that. So I just asked him a few questions. I asked him if a judge signed that arrest warrant from Delaware County. He said yes. I said, was there a zero bond on it, waiting for extradition? And he said yes. So I said, well, that was nice of them to release her. But okay, I won't bother you anymore, sir. I know you're a busy man. So after I hung up with him, I called Buncombe County, the detention facility where she was in Asheville, North Carolina, and I spoke to Sergeant Luck in booking, intake, and release. Sheila was arrested in the afternoon of the 8th, and she bonded out in the early mornings of the 9th. So she never went to advisories, never saw a judge. She was not appointed an attorney. She used a bail bondsman to get out. So she used a bail bondsman. And it was $10,000 bond. And I asked Sergeant Luck, because I worked in booking. I worked in intake and release for about 10 years. And I asked her, how did she get out? Wasn't there a hold for extradition? And she said that she refused to sign the waiver of extradition. And what the waiver of extradition is, that's when, in this case, Sheila would sign a piece of paper saying, yes, that is me that they're looking for. And yes, I will go back to Delaware County and Indiana. At that point, Sergeant Luck said that if she did sign that they would have put a zero bond on her and held her and notified Delaware County they need to arrange for pickup. But since she didn't, and she wants to get a hearing for, hi, Teresa, and hi, Vanessa, Polygraph, Tina, how are you? So she has a hearing scheduled for March 30th for extradition. And she was not assigned an attorney, so she has to get her own attorney. I do not know the, I don't know what's going on with little Abigail. I don't know, well, she's 10 now, but I don't know what her status is. I know that she's in custody of the state, so I'm hoping that they keep Sheila away from her. Teresa, I feel your pain, babe. Even, with my Boston accent, you should see the shit that comes out when I do voice to text. But, so that brings us to now. Dawn asked me to call him before I did this, before I went on, to give him a heads up. So I did that. I gave him a heads up and I called him. And he said that he had just got off the phone with Detective Branson. And Detective Branson was telling him that, you need to slow down. We have a governor's warrant signed. So we're going to go get her. So that's great news. That's great news. But he also informed Dawn that it would be in his best interest not to go live on any shows or anything like that. So unfortunately, we won't be able to talk to him. There's not much to talk to him about. I wanted to bring him on so that he could say hello and, just talk to you guys. But he can't. The detective, the lead detective in this case, asked him not to. And we've got this far and come this close. So, hey, Deja Vu. Frank, what's going on, brother? So they asked him not to do it. So, I don't blame him. That's absolutely fine. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I just still wanted to come on here and see if we can get something going. I was able to find out a little bit of information, not too much. Are they going to give him legal guardianship of his granddaughter? I don't know, Cold. I don't know. Him and I didn't get that far into this conversation. He was just basically because this. I just talked to him literally a few minutes ago. Um, so I'm gonna call him back tomorrow. I told him I'd give him a buzz, and we'll discuss it more so I can keep everybody updated. The reason I wanted to do this was to help him out. He's behind the eight ball. The clock's ticking. He needs to go get his granddaughter, or at least put a hold on it and keep this Sheila person, who is right here. Well, here we go. There we go. Sheila. We need to keep her away from little Abigail, right there. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm here to do. I want to help raise some money for him so that he can afford an attorney in North Carolina. He's about halfway there. It's not like this guy's asking for the world. He's only asking for $5,000, and he's already got around $2,000 of that. So I want to see if we can generate some funds for him through GoFundMe and through Zelle. Now, GoFundMe, they keep 3% of whatever you donate plus 30 cents per transaction. Zelle, he gets 100% of it. It goes straight to him. As a matter of fact, I can put his Zelle in here right now. But this is about to get really interesting, and we're all on ground level, which is nice. I'm glad that I was able to reach out to and make contact with Don. This guy is a serious, nice guy. He's genuine. He's as genuine as they get. He's helped many people in the Delphi area. He helped people who had family members that were victims of murder. He helped them get tombstones, stuff like that. There's nothing he won't do for anybody. He's a really good guy. He's a genuine guy. And through talking to him, I found out he's my age, so he comes from a good generation. We're the same age, so this woman Sheila, okay, she took this child knowing that it was her husband's child and not hers. And when her husband died, she created a fictitious bunch of paperwork, went to an attorney in Florida, and illegally adopted this young child and changed her name to Jane, from Abigail, a beautiful name, to Jane. And then subsequently moved to North Carolina with the baby. So, yeah, we are old guys, time. We are old guys. Yeah, Frank, he is. I'm trying to do anything to help him, and I don't want to add to him being overwhelmed at all. I'm just trying to help out a little bit, making some calls and using what little influence that I have to my advantage, Yeah, he is a stand-up guy, Vanessa. No, Frankie, are you 59 as well? I'm getting ready to turn the corner to 60, man. I'm almost at the speed limit. I mean, through a residential area now. I remember the speed limit used to be 55. Good Lord, if you do 55 now, you get run over. But his daughter Ashley went missing. For those of you that don't know, let me give you a little crash course. His daughter Ashley went missing in 2013. And, well, welcome to the 50s club, Frank. I saw you in the Army as well. I wanted to go in the Army, but I didn't qualify. My parents were married. So I went in the Air Force. I scored too high on the ASVAB. I love those inter-service jokes. Love it. But Ashley went missing in 2013. The family saw her at a reunion, a family gathering, and then that's it. They just didn't see her again. Well, the gentleman who she was seeing, he was married, and they just had a child together. The child was Abigail, and she was 6 months old when Ashley went missing. Well, this guy, his name's Dan York, and this is his wife, Sheila, in this picture here. Keep getting it backwards. That's Sheila York, 66 years old. She's the one that absconded with young Abigail, who's now 10. But this guy, Dan, was seen using Ashley's van, driving Ashley's van around And a couple weeks later, Don heard that there was action going on at Ashley's house, so he went there. And Dan had a truck and was taking Ashley's possessions out of there. And law enforcement kept Don away, told him he had to leave. So that's kind of bullshit. Oh, Indy Pam, you're right there with me, girl. I'm gonna be 59 here in 2 weeks on the 26th. On the 26th. And for those of you who do astrology, I'm a feces. So anyways, we still don't know what happened with Ashley. Nobody knows. They never found her body. Nothing. Nothing. So we need to get some closure on that end too for Don. I mean, the only thing Don's guilty of is being a father and a grandfather who loves his daughter and his granddaughter very much. And it's breaking his heart, and it's breaking his wife's heart. It's really taking a toll on them. And Ashley and Abigail were both born on March 1st, so their birthdays are coming up. So that's a hard date for Don. That's a really hard date for Don. So I want to do this a couple times a month until we can get Don to his goal. And if he wants to come on here and talk, I'm more than glad to have him. If he doesn't, because of circumstances of the case, I certainly understand that. I've been through it on several occasions. Sometimes you just have to keep your mouth shut. As much as you want to talk, you have to keep your mouth shut. And I understand that. Trust me, I understand that. But again, this is for Dawn. I'm hoping that I don't have many subscribers. I only have a couple hundred. But if we can get everybody to donate just a little bit, man, sacrifice a couple cups of coffee, and so Dawn can get an attorney and get this girl back to where she needs to be, not wants to be. She needs to be with her family. Little Abigail. We don't have an updated picture. I think this is the last picture that was put on social media that I'm aware of. And also there is Cold Truth. Yeah, they searched. Cold Truth just said that the Yorks owned a 20-acre parcel in Yorktown, Indiana. It needs to be searched and searched again. Now, from what I understand, Cole, that it was searched at one time. I don't know if they had cadaver dogs or anything like that, but that is very important too. We need to get some closure for this family with what happened to Ashley. You know, something's got to give. I think that Sheila's oldest daughter knows more than she's leading on to, and I'm going to try and get at her through some channels too. But without, I don't want to, I don't want to do anything to piss Dawn off either. So I'm not going to make too many waves. But the attorney that Sheila used to illegally adopt young Abigail was in Florida. Well, that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm retired from. So, you know, I still have some strings that I can pull. So I'm going to try and get at the either that attorney or the attorney's office manager or her receptionist up front. I'm going to talk to somebody. I'm going to get some information out of these people. You can believe that. And if her oldest daughter still lives in Florida, hey, Lynn, if her oldest daughter still lives in Florida, well, then I'll get a hold of hers too. You know, I'll find out what she's up to and get her on my radar. Start ruffling some feathers, man. If we can get these people thinking that Don's got an army behind him, I think they'll start loosening up for us. I really do. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I put a video. It was a paranormal. I'm not much of I don't believe in spirit box and paranormal investigations and stuff like that. But anything that helps get this case out, I really don't care. So that's why I posted it. And that was the most insightful. You got to see what kind of person Dawn is, you know. Yeah, Andy, I am gonna check that attorney out. I'm gonna find out what's going on, because as it turns out, Dan died, right? And they weren't telling anybody that Dan was dead. They were acting like he was still alive, Dan York. So, and that's the baby's biological father. And they found all that out for sure a couple weeks after Ashley went missing. So all of this, the ball was already rolling, you know. So Ashley was more than likely I think Dan was under the impression, and she may have been, but he was under the impression that she was going to talk to his wife, because his wife used to go, she was renting a home from them, from the Yorks. And Mrs. York used to go over Sheila, this piece of work, to collect rent and whatnot and visit and play with the baby. She had no idea that that was her husband's child. She thought it was just Ashley's child. So there's kind of a, it's mixed emotions with how all of that stuff happened. But um, we got to find out what happened to Ashley and get Abigail home. And right now, I think right now I'm more focused on Abigail because the clock's ticking. The clock's ticking. If Sheila can get her mitts on Abigail again, if she can get the state to release her into her custody, she's probably gonna abscond. Hi, Lakeside. I'm sorry I didn't catch you coming in there. She's probably gonna abscond. I would be willing to bet. So this is just something we need to work on. Frank, if you've got that side of it, hang on, let me give you this phone number, and I'll just say it out loud on here so you can have it, and I'll tell you who I spoke to. 828-250-4550, and I'll type this in chat too. That is the Buncombe County detention facility, and I spoke to Sergeant Luck, and just asked for Sergeant Luck in booking. She was very helpful. She didn't have to take her time out of her day and give me all the information that she did, but she was very helpful. So if you're looking for a contact in the jail, then that's the person you probably want to talk to. She's very nice, as well as the girl at the front desk. I mean, first, obviously, you got to hit 1 when you call that number for English. Then you hit 9 for the front desk, and then ask for Sergeant Luck. Very nice woman. Very nice woman. She's on it. But let me just type this out. Frank, I'm probably gonna I'll send you an email, and I'll just give you my cell phone number. If there's any way that I can ever help you with your endeavors and stuff like that, just let me know. I'm not worried about being doxxed. I wish somebody would come fuck with me, to be honest with you. I've been bored since 2008. Haven't had any action. But this is why I'm getting my shoulders replaced. Because I've had enough action up to this point. But you too as well, Cold. I'm going to email you my cell phone number, and that way there you can get in touch with me if you ever need me. No worries whatsoever. But we need to work on getting Abigail, so he's got to hire an attorney so they can throw the kibosh on Sheila getting the mitts on Abigail. Right now, Abigail's status, from what I understand, is she's still in the custody of the state. So he's going to have to get an attorney in that state. So we need to get him the money he needs. Toot sweet. He's maxed out all of his credit cards, his savings. He's working his ass off. He's doing everything that he can. So he's trying to get shit done. And like I said, the only thing that Don Morris is guilty of is loving his family. That's it. Hardworking guy, provides for his family. He feels horrible that he couldn't protect his daughter Ashley, and I certainly empathize with him. I certainly empathize with him. Empathize. Yeah, I'm making words up now. Cold, my pleasure. No worries. I was hoping to have Don on, but he just couldn't do it, and I understand. I understand 100%. So that's about it. It's kind of short and sweet. The next one I'm going to do is on Saturday. I'm going to have another special guest on, and we're going to talk about the Flora fires. I have never talked about the Flora fires yet, and it's about time I get involved with that because these other cases are kind of on hold. Now, of course, if something comes up, because the governor is signing a warrant in Indiana to get it to the governor in North Carolina as we speak. So there could be some stuff happening on this. And if it's if Frank or Cold Truth are going to report on it, I will put a thing in my comments thing. We don't need to flood the internet with this stuff. If we're all on the same page, we can all do a central thing. So I'll just, if you see something in the community tab, I'll let you guys know if they are going to, what they got coming on, if they're picking any things up. Where's Sheila's other daughter? I don't know. Last I heard, she was in Florida back when they first did the adoption, and the office manager at the doctor's office actually confronted her daughter, saying, "Hey, I seen on Facebook that your dad died." You know, so that's what started the whole shady shit. So, you know, I'll find out more. That part I will find out, and I'll either report on it or I'll pass it on to Frank and Cold Truth. Like I said, we don't need to have shit all over the place. You know, try and consolidate everything into one spot so we can help this young man. All right, guys, that's all I have. Yeah, he is. He's not a mooch. He is a hard work, and he's still in the construction business, and he's my age. I'm here to tell you. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. If I had to, I would, but I wouldn't be very good at it. I'd only be able to work one day a week, and the rest of the time I'd smell like Ben Gay and ice. But that's all I have, and I apologize. I know you guys were expecting to see Don or hear Don, but he's been advised not to, and I certainly respect that. And whatever he needs. Yes, I'm in Florida, deja vu, so I'll be able to reach out and find out more about the attorney. Today, I wanted to reach out to the lead investigator in Indiana and also the facility that released Sheila in North Carolina, find out what their deal was. You know, find out what the hell they're up to, you know, just letting people just willy-nilly. Pam, it's in the chat several times, and if you rewatch this, I've got it set up where the chat will play as well. Okay, so guys, please, and if you're gonna do the GoFundMe, let me know. Send me a little message, and I will pay the 3% difference plus the 30 cents because they take that. They take 3% of every donation, of course. Why wouldn't they? Right? Why wouldn't they live off of other people's misery? But if you let me know that you donated, I'll make up that other 3%. I want Don to get every nickel that you guys send him. Okay? You guys have a great day. Don't take any wooden nickels. Don't do it. Actually, wooden nickels are probably worth more than silver right now. But I'm going to find out who the bondsman is, deja vu. I just literally talked to Sergeant Luck about an hour ago. So I'll work on that side of it. Thanks again. Special thanks to Cold Truth. I found out about this case from her yesterday during her live, and I'm certainly willing to help. There's a few people that were in her chat that I'm willing to help out as well. See what we can do to get these people the help that they need. All right. You guys have a great day. Thank you for stopping in. Again, I'm sorry about the change in plans. It was last minute, but I certainly understand why it happened. And you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. My name is Ruckus. And I'm 10-8. No, I'm sorry. I was 10-8. Now I'm 10-7. See, I'm getting confused. Guys, give till it hurts. Ron's a good guy. We need to help him out. Please.